Which cancelled TV show deserved another season? Mindhunter. Firefly deserved another season. Probably anything cancelled by Netflix. Mindhunter has entered the chat. Pushing Daisies. Better Off Ted. The show was a brilliant satire of corporate business that was far too funny. Amazing cast, incredibly quotable, ended far too soon. Punisher should have had a season 2 with more gang, mafia shenanigans. Altered Carbon should have been able to wrap up its story. Rubicon. Didn't have to be a continuation, but I would love to see more like it. Edit. I have been corrected. Punisher had a season 2. My mistake. Freaks and Geeks. One season was not enough. I'm still salty about Santa Clarita Diet being cancelled. I need to see what's next for Joel. This may seem a bit childish, but Teen Titans. The original one from 2003. Edit. Oh my god, thanks for the award, guys. Rome. Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. Edit. So a lot of people didn't like the second season, which is completely fair. It's hard to live up to the expectations of such a solid first season. The reason I personally would like a third season is that the cliffhanger is so damn tasty. Also, I want more Rowdy 3, 6, Alan Tudyk and Tyler Labine. I recognize that it deviates completely from the source material. And I understand why a lot of people are upset by that. There's a lot of examples where I hated the adaptation, looking at World War Z. But I personally believe this is a perfect example of how you take inspiration and run with it. A dark, gritty version where Dirk was the fat slob the books described him as might also be fantastic, and I'd probably watch the shit out of it. However, I think this adaptation captures the whimsical nonsense of Douglas Adams' writing perfectly, and I'm okay with it. It's just a shame that the show was attached to such a scumbag. Otherwise, we might have seen that third season that gave us all the answers they teased. Dead Like Me. Loved the humor and the concept. I am not okay with this. Inside Job. They got robbed by Netflix. Venture Bros. The Expanse. Dark Matter. What happened after that cliffhanger? The Owl House wasn't outright cancelled, but was shortened from a full 20-episode season 3 to 3 specials. Since the specials are still good, albeit rushed, it makes me want to see what they could have done with the full season. Glow. My Name is Earl. Greg Garcia did an AMA where he shared how he envisioned the ending. I had always had an ending to Earl and I'm sorry I didn't get the chance to see it happen. You've got a show about a guy with a list, so not seeing him finish it is a bummer. But the truth is, he wasn't ever going to finish the list. The basic idea of the ending was that while he was stuck on a really hard list item he was going to start to get frustrated that he was never going to finish it. Then he runs into someone who had a list of their own and Earl was on it. They needed to make up for something bad they had done to Earl. He asks them where they got the idea of making a list and they tell him that someone came to them with a list and that person got the idea from someone else. Earl eventually realizes that his list started a chain reaction of people with list and that he's finally put more good into the world than bad. So at that point he was going to tear up his list and go live his life. Walk into the sunset a free man. With good karma. Jericho. Still waiting for the Community movie. Reaper absolutely loved that shit. Oh, and Firefly, but everyone says that. 1899. The OA edit. Thank you for all the awards. I would like to donate them to Netflix on behalf of all of us, so they can be melted down and used to pay for a third season. John Constantine. The Last Man on Earth. Almost Human with Carl Urban, was so good what it got. The Punisher, with John Bernthal.